Hi Vogue, I'm Kriti Sanon and today I'm going to be showing you my skin prep and like an evening bronzy, glowy glam look. Before we start, let's set the mood. Okay, I'm going to actually use an unlaunched hyphen clay mask. So let's take this hair a little away. And I like using my hands to kind of just spread it. As a kid and a teenager, I think the only thing that I used to do for my skin was obviously wash it, but I used to use a moisturizer and I used to use a sunscreen always. During COVID, when I hit 30, that's when I was like, I need to really start taking care of my skin. I started researching a lot about like skincare ingredients and products. And I'm an engineer, so I kind of get into like detail of it. I found it really interesting how different ingredients work differently. So I really started ordering a lot of products online and almost became obsessed with skincare. Fiber mixed with like electrolyte in water. Everyone just talks about protein, protein, protein. And we forget to have fiber. I have this every single day. Let's get this off. My new love is a microcurrent device. So there's some activator gel that I'm supposed to apply. So I like using it when I'm traveling. So it's like if I'm going for shoot, it's like 10 minutes in the car and you're done. And I find that really convenient. And then I like going here and taking it up. And then I kind of take this up. Do you see that lifted? It's like instant. I'm gonna go in with a mist that I kind of have been using since forever. It's homemade. It's basically a mix of rose water and glycerin. Glycerin is very, very hydrating. Rose water tones your face. Okay, I'm going to go in with my serum, which is Double Shot Radiance Lift Serum. It's biphasic, which is what I like about it. It's got water and oil. Because it's evening, I'm not going to go in with the sunscreen. So I'm going to straight away go in with my moisturizer. This is the Barrier Care Cream. I feel like skin prep is the most important. Your skin needs to be extremely hydrated. And then your makeup kind of sits beautifully. I was always like a very studious kid and my mom's a physics professor, my dad's a CA, so it was always like education was like the most important. I was that 90%er, front bencher, nerdy kid who was also very interested in dancing. But I never really thought that I would be dancing in my career. My parents were very clear that I had to complete my degree. So I did complete my BTech. I sat for placements knowing that I'm not going to take the job, the best feeling ever. And then I kind of moved to Mumbai and started auditioning. Dreams do come true, so you got to dream big. Okay, my skin is prepped, feeling amazing right now. And I'm going to start with our Glam. I want the skin to look really glowy. And we're going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I also like putting it like on my under eyes because it really brightens the under eye and just like all over. Because we're doing this bronzy look, I do want to mix a little bit of bronze in this. So this is by Say. So I'm just going to take like a little of this bronzy, don't get scared, and mix it with moisturizer, blend it, and just... I think the first time I really saw makeup happening was backstage when I was a model. There were days I really liked how I looked and there were days I didn't because they sometimes do very like experimental makeup and I used to not love that. And then I think when I came into films, the kind of makeup that happens for camera is very different because camera catches every little detail it needs to kind of look like skin, which I love. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a little concealer. I like the Kosas creamy concealer. I like anything creamy. I'm a dry skin girly. I don't like matte. I feel like I want it to feel dewy. I have a little redness here and here. But you can see it's almost like a slight pigmentation around this area. Most people contour there, but I conceal it. And this is something that I learned in films, that my face looks way softer when, it's not sharp. Worst habit, picking your pimples. I can't stand them and I feel like they take so long to go. And especially when I have shoot and I have like bumps, I'm like, just go flat at least. I'll cover it with concealer. But it does leave a mark. I never used to contour, ever. In my last movie, my look was very bronzy, sun-kissed, and that's when I really started liking contour, but just in certain areas. I like giving a very slight definition here. And if you go like that, it kind of makes your jawline sharper. But just slight. Like, you should never be able to tell. And I also like warming up here. I feel like I'm very pale, so I like bringing a little life and color back with contour, with blush. You would see when I start blush, I have blush blindness. I love blush. I own some 500 blushes also for this look. So not here, but like almost here, where the sun is gonna hit you basically. Now I'm just gonna set. I like this Armani's tint. Very easy to use. I love easy products. And I just like apply a little bit randomly. You don't need to do it perfectly. I'm gonna go and give like a little definition at the bottom with probably a mix of like this and this. It's got a hint of peach and pink. I always like using slightly red-brown color under my eye. I feel like it kind of makes my eyes pop and like just look a little more alive. So again, this is Armani tint. I just feel like they're very easy to use. Now I like giving a little hint of definition to the top lash line. I'm going to start with something which is not very comfortable, but if you learn how to do it, it's magic. Take any like brown pencil. Basically, you have to color the waterline here. Just gives the slightest definition without making it look like a liner. And I think I'm going to use the same pencil and slightly just go on top of my lash line. Take it slightly out here. And then use my nail. I love doing that. And that. I can curl my lashes in a moving car. Oh, that makes so much of a difference. My lashes are straight. So sometimes like on shoots, I have to like do this multiple times. Now, we'll go for mascara. My bottom lashes are a bit of like spider lashes. They're really long. So I don't go full on. I just like touch at the lash line. I'm going to use actually a lip pencil that I love to just go over the bottom bit. This is by Makeup Forever. It's Limitless Brown. I also love it on my lips. And I love when products can actually be used in different places. And I use my finger to just smudge it. Blush. I love blush. Don't get scared of red. Red is basically going to turn into a beautiful pink that just doesn't look like pink. I also like taking the blush like up till my little bit of the under eye. Like it should all kind of blend in. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of a bronzy feel, which is this. It's by MAC, but it's very pigmented, so I have to be like really careful. I like using a highlighter just at the high points. This is by Stila. I like overlining very slightly just here and here. I find makeup so interesting. Like it's like art. I kind of went through this phase of just doing kajal. I think that's the max makeup that I wore in my like teens and like college. In that time, I could not imagine myself without it because I felt like I looked sick. But slowly, I think while modeling and while doing films, you know, because there's so many different looks that you kind of do and you go more towards more natural, I started liking myself without kajal and like with lesser makeup. Okay, nothing stays on my lip. It's a problem. So I'm going to mix a lot of lip colors because I need them to stay. So I'll layer them up. This kind of stays, but like not for too long. I'm just using it as a base. And I'm going to go in with the Maybelline one. This is lighter. If I do need like a touch up of blush, I would kind of just dab here and dab here. But I feel like I'm going to line a little more because it's kind of gone. There are very few lipsticks that I completely finish. This one I finished. I had to buy like 2 because I was like, I'm going to run out of it. I just like it being a bit brighter in the center. So I'm going to dab. And let's freeze those brows. I don't really fill in much. I also have been plucking my own eyebrows for like years. My team kind of gets like, oh, it's like 45 minutes gone if she's going to start plucking her eyebrows. I find it therapeutic. It's like, you know, you're really concentrating on something and I feel like that's therapeutic. I really like this brow gel. It's by Rare Beauty. And it doesn't show that flakiness, you know, on the brows. I like that. We're going to go in with a little more blush. This time we'll go in with a pink corally color. I like it because it has a little bit of shine. I'm going to just set. I think I'm just going to add a hint of gloss, just like in the center. Okay, I think that is it. That's my bronzy, glowy, glam look for an evening. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'm gonna go have a great girls' night. See you.